Hello and welcome everyone. My name is Ekin. I am a DevOps engineer with Team Mogenius, and today, in fact, I would like to show you guys our pipeline starters when it comes to deploying your repositories as CI/CD pipelines using GitHub. The pipeline starters are a great tool, so let's jump straight in. As you guys can see, we find ourselves here in our workspace dashboard. Over to our right side top, we have the Add Resource button, so we will just click on it. As you guys can see here, we have 4 different options for deployments to choose from, and we will be proceeding today, of course, with the pipeline starter, so let's go right ahead. Since I have been busy testing myself, my GitHub has a little over, I believe, 600 repositories, so hopefully today I will be choosing one that isn't going to fail for one reason or another. So let's just choose, I don't know, randomly this one from our list, which is an Angular repository that I have used for testing before. Let's choose our namespace. Let's name our test repo. So create an API key for our workspace. And do I have any secrets? I do have a secret here. So hopefully that's not outdated. Let's go ahead and create it. As this will take a few seconds. Yes, so now we will be moving into settings, and then under general settings, we will simply move over to our GitHub. Let's get rid of this, and then let's monitor the build process. Now we're at semantic release. This part is actually going to take up a few minutes, so I will now pause the video for it and then hopefully see you guys when it's all correctly done. So welcome back everyone. As you guys can now see, the workflow has been successfully completed. We are able to monitor each and every single step of the build here. We have 2 warnings here which did not, in fact, at the end of the day, cause the workflow to go bad, so to say. So let's just jump back into our window, which was this one. I apologize. And here, as you guys can see, we can see that the GitHub pipeline has in fact been successful. The deployment, the replica set, the pod, they all have the green light. So everything has worked perfectly well. If in fact one of the workflows had failed, which, for example, we can see from this one, I was testing for our development environment. And this one failed with a build error. Could be that I just maybe forgot to put in the Docker file, or maybe the Docker file inside of the repository was corrupted. And we simply get the chance, thanks to our pipeline starters, to see why a CI/CD pipeline has been successfully built or why it has failed to do so. So let's jump back in here. Here, I would like to show you guys a few more things. If you also so for example, pod settings, we can simply scale up our pods manually. We have the auto scaling option, which we can also choose, but there is no need for it, of course, right now. We can simply change our deployment strategy here. If we go back into container settings, so as you guys can see here under the container settings, you can give your optimal settings depending on your repository type, depending on your application type. And right here we have variables. Let me move myself a bit upwards. You can simply choose and put in your environment variables here via add variable. Let's just discard these for now. We have our volume mouse. You can add and mount your volumes, your config maps. We have our different health checks. And of course, then we have our source, under which you guys can simply change your image pull policy, add in some image commands, some command arguments. It is just extremely useful to have these all put up together. One important thing is, of course, these UI and YAML views that we have over here. Let me move myself back here again. We have our scribe here. We have our topology, which we are also updating currently at the moment. There will be topology maps soon for your usage. You can simply, of course, stop your pods, or I should say stop your deployments and then restart them. You can go into the shell, or you can simply delete them here. Let's go back into the UI view. And of course, under events, we can see if there has been any bugs, any failed scenarios, if everything has been done perfectly, if everything has been executed perfectly well. These are important. We have our builds here. Now, if I use the same repository for more and more releases, I will see the different builds here. If one of them fails, it will be also documented here for me to check later on. We have our operator view. Finally, we can, after all is said and done, just come over here and delete this deployment. And that will be it for today's video. I hope you guys have enjoyed it. I surely have, and I hope to see you guys on the next one. Thanks for watching.